Today we get to explore the found object and making sculptures from it. So the found object is just what it sounds like. It's an object you find and repurpose into art. There are a lot of famous artists that have done this throughout history. There are a lot of contemporary artists. I do this in my own work. So I was going to keep it kind of simple and do like a weird alligator dinosaur woman maybe. You guys can kind of see that. But I think I'm going to get complicated and make a crazy alligator centaur lady because this is what we're here for. We're here to get weird. And I like getting weird. Okay. So I'm going to put a little hot glue on this guy. This is basically just going to tack it in place, guys. This is not going to be the final adhesive for our sculpture, but I want a good amount on there to make sure I seal it all the way around. And then I'm going to pick my placement, pressing it down in there, letting the hot glue set. I'm going to go back around with the hot glue and fill in any gaps. We are using the hot glue as a structural component and to fill in any gap spaces so that we can use the least amount of adhesive and be able to sculpt with our adhesive a little bit more rather than just have to stick everything together. All right, that held pretty well. We got some glue splotching. Don't worry about that. If it's cool enough to touch, you can kind of take your finger. I highly don't recommend that because I don't want you guys to burn yourself. So you can wait until it's dry and snip that little part off. Okay, we talked about filling in sections with hot glue. You guys can see now that I removed the excess, there's some blank space. I'm gonna go in, make sure I have my hot glue stick. Okay, here she is. I let the glue set. I'm going to start adding some of the legs. So I want this one to be in the middle since it's bendy. Just putting hot glue. I don't know what you guys did with your Barbies when you were little, but I definitely pulled all my Barbies apart. I did love troll dolls though. I would climb up on the top of my dresser, which later on totally ended up falling on me for that reason. But I would climb up on my dresser, pull out all the drawers to use as stairs. And then I would take my troll dolls and put them on my fan blades when my fan was turned off. And then turn on my fan and let them fly off everywhere. So I just added in another one. Still holding the one in the middle. Hot glue is going to test your patience today, guys. The more you put on in one shot, like the thicker it is, the longer it takes to set. So just remember that. That's why I tell you to build it up in layers. I'm just going all the way around so I know she's really stuck in there. Okay, so this one I just kind of jammed in there and now I'm gluing it, this leg. There's a big open space in her hip. I'm not going to worry about filling that with glue. I'm just going to focus on gluing in the leg, and then I'll show you how we're going to fill that in with the epoxy sculpt after we get this all glued up. So I'm going to finish this with you guys and talk to you about the epoxy sculpt when everyone's ready.